This is a video for anyone who is looking at starting their first business. One of the questions that I really get quite frequently is people asking when is the best time to launch a business, or even quite varied questions, but generally people just looking for a reason to push off starting their business, of why they think it isn't the right time, particularly for first time entrepreneurs. Or people, when I say, I mean people who are in an existing job and they're looking to make the shift over out of the 9 to 5 work life into their own business. So I just thought I would share my experiences, my advice, and what I think you should do. So to start off with, I started my first business when I was about 15, which wasn't successful at all. It never made any sales, in fact. So the first business I ever made that actually brought in some sales was when I was about 18 or 19, and it was actually an Instagram marketing agency. So the reason I started that was because I had about 40,000, 45,000 followers, and I would get people messaging me asking how did I grow my Instagram to that many followers. And I just realized that people were interested in it, there was some demand for it, people actually offered to pay me money. So then I decided to make a website, and that is how I actually started the first business. It was managing people's Instagram accounts, originally just 4 or 5 people, and I grew it from there. But the thing that I was always very happy about is that I started my entrepreneurial journey at quite a young age. So for anyone looking to start their own business, I would tell them start it as young as possible. So even if you're 15, 16, 17, 18 watching this, 100% start your own business. If you're older than that and you haven't started your own business yet and you've had an idea that you're sitting on, just go out and launch it. Go out and start it. The reason for that is a few things. Number one, 9 out of 10 businesses fail, and the chance of your first business being very successful is quite small, really quite small, because you've just never done it before. You've got no experience in business. So I wouldn't focus so much on the actual idea itself, rather focus on just getting started with something, even if the idea isn't perfect, just to start your journey. And I promise, even if the business isn't successful, it will be 100% worth it. You will make a load of mistakes, but you will just learn so much. So the next time you set up a business, it's going to be much better. And that is just the general process of entrepreneurship. In fact, so many entrepreneurs, they launch something and then they actually start a new business based on a problem that they encountered when they were running this old business. I've done it so many times. Inspiration comes whilst you're starting one company and you realize there's a problem that you have whilst running this company that other people have as well, and it opens you up to a new business. So I've started over 20 companies in total. So I really do know what it's like. It sort of leads on from one to another. They really quite naturally connect, each different business that you work on. So just get started, because you will just learn so much. It's 100% worth it. Chances are, if you spend another year thinking of business ideas, it's not even going to matter. You would have got so much more value from just starting one business, dealing with real world problems in business, and it will lead you on to have more ideas, and you will actually have started your journey as an entrepreneur. You will have started learning how to actually build and scale businesses, which is the most important thing anyway. On top of that, starting whilst you're younger, one thing that I was always really very grateful for is that I didn't have any major responsibilities when I started my companies, because I was, originally I was 19, so I was living at my parents' house. The worst thing that would have happened is the business just didn't get any customers. And I also I didn't have any investment in the business at all either, because I didn't have any money to invest. The only thing I bought was a domain, which was about £10, and I would host the website for free on GitHub. I taught myself how to edit like HTML templates, so I would use free HTML templates to build and launch the website. So I literally had no investment, so there was nothing for me to lose, and it's not like if the business failed I would be homeless, or I had children relying on me, or like a wife, or anything like that. So that is another reason I think it's great to start whilst you're young. And even if you have already got a wife and kids, it's still the best time to start now, because generally your financial responsibilities are only going to increase. So just start now, and do like minimal investment, like bootstrap your businesses, as I said before, because it means you haven't got so much to lose. But on top of that, and probably the bigger reason, is that it forces you to be creative in your solutions. The first problem that you're going to encounter once you have like a website set up and you've launched this idea is you're not going to have any customers, or you may have like, I don't know, a few friends or some referrals or something, but you haven't really got a business until you have like an acquisition channel that is bringing in customers for you. So the two most important things you can learn are sales and marketing. 100% for any entrepreneur, the two best skills to know are sales and marketing. Because as soon as you learn these, you can literally come up with any idea that you want to execute on. And sales and marketing are like transferable skills. Yes, okay, there can be some like expertise within a specific industry or not, but I can guarantee that I can set up a business in pretty much any industry at all, except for maybe some very strange niches, and I can get customers, which is like a very good position to be in as an entrepreneur. So for any new entrepreneur, I recommend that you learn how to build a website in HTML and CSS. You can use website templates, and then you're literally just editing text. It's like the easiest thing ever. I've got a video on it on my channel. There's going to be hundreds of other channels on YouTube that explain how to do it. And then you want to learn sales and marketing, which if you're following this channel already, most likely you're already interested in sales and marketing.